Hello, Majesty. Have you ever noticed how time slips through our fingers, and most of us only realize it when it's too late? We live busy and overwhelmed, caught up in obligations we didn't even choose, trapped in a cycle of distractions, comparisons, and false urgencies, while endlessly postponing the things that truly matter to us. Our days repeat in a routine without meaning. And then, one day, the inevitable question arises. What have I done with my life? Have you ever asked yourself that? Stoic philosophy teaches us that the only thing we truly own is the present moment, and wasting it is one of the greatest tragedies we can commit against ourselves. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest emperors of ancient Rome and a master of Stoicism, wrote in Meditations, "Life is too short to waste time worrying about things beyond our control. If more people understood this, they could free themselves from anxiety, paralysis, and the emptiness of a life without purpose. But instead, society conditions us, especially women, to chase external metrics, status, validation, unrealistic standards. The relentless pursuit of these illusions keeps us from seeing what truly matters. It traps us in a vicious cycle that drains our energy and pulls us away from our true selves. Majesty, I want you to know that Stoic philosophy isn't just some distant theory or pretty idea for deep conversations. It's a survival manual for anyone who wants to stop merely existing and start living with purpose. That's why I'm bringing this perspective into today's video as a theoretical foundation for everything we're about to discuss. If you truly want to learn how to stop wasting your life and start living with meaning, there's one essential starting point: understanding the value of time and how it defines everything in your life. Let's dive in. 1. Time, your most precious asset. If you want to stop wasting your time, the first thing you need to understand is that it's the only resource you can never get back. Lost money can be regained. New opportunities can arise. But every second that passes is a piece of your life that's gone forever. And yet, despite knowing this logically, very few of us actually live by this truth. Right, Majesty? Our minds are trained to wander between the past and the future, replaying what already happened or worrying about what might come next. Meanwhile, the present, the only moment that truly exists and matters, is wasted on distractions and procrastination. Stoic philosophy reminds us that to truly live, we must be present, aware, and intentional in every decision. Epictetus, another great Stoic master, taught that the way we use our time determines who we become. So if we, as women, want to transform our lives, we don't need some radical revolution. We simply need to pay attention to where our time is going. Are we wasting it on empty conversations, unnecessary worries, and toxic comparisons that only fuel insecurity? Or are we investing it in personal growth, building a life that aligns with our values? The present matters because even the smallest shifts in focus can redefine the future. Imagine replacing 30 minutes of mindless scrolling with a book that strengthens your mindset. The long-term impact would be massive. That's why time management is an act of self-love and self-respect. Every choice about how we spend our time reveals our true priorities, even when we make those choices unconsciously. Those who spend life just reacting to external events, without direction, become prisoners of their circumstances. But those who learn to honor the present take back control of their destiny. This requires self-discipline and the ability to resist distractions, but the reward is priceless. A life where every moment has meaning, because those who have control over the present have power over the future. And speaking of self-mastery, there's a fundamental Stoic principle for achieving it: the power of the mind. 2. Strengthen your mind. The external world is chaotic. It always has been. It always will be. But within every person, there is a territory no one can invade: your own mind. Stoic philosophy teaches that those who control their minds control their lives. Nothing external can truly shake someone who has learned to master their thoughts and emotions. The problem? Most of us give this power away. We allow circumstances, opinions, and setbacks to dictate our internal state. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This isn't just philosophy, it's a practical life tool. Instead of reacting impulsively, those who develop self-control learn to choose their responses. Stuck in traffic? Someone criticized you, got bad news. None of these things have to ruin your day. Power lies not in what happens, but in how you interpret it and how you respond. In practice, this requires training. One simple way to build this skill is through the Stoic pause. Before reacting to any situation, stop and ask yourself, does this deserve my energy? Can I change anything about it? If the answer is no, then move on. Small habits like this build a resilient mind, and a strong mind is unstoppable when it comes to achieving dreams, no matter the circumstances. Majesty, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit the like button so it can reach more women who need this transformative message. And of course, subscribe to the channel so you never miss a video that could change your life. 3. Stop comparing yourself to others. One of the biggest wastes of time, energy, and self-esteem is constantly comparing yourself to others. It's like running a marathon while constantly looking to the side. Not only is it exhausting, but it's also completely useless. Stoic philosophy teaches that the only comparison that truly matters is with who you were yesterday. But in today's world, where social media constantly showcases filtered and edited lives, many women fall into this trap. And the result? Anxiety, insecurity, the false belief that they're never good enough. Majesty, Epictetus once said, "If you want to progress, don't look at others. Look within. Every person has a unique journey. Someone might be on chapter 20 of their story, while you're just on chapter 1, and that's okay. The focus should be on your own growth, not on meeting a standard imposed by others. The energy wasted on comparisons could be used too. Strengthen your skills. Develop your talents. Take real steps toward a more authentic and fulfilling life. Want to break free from this cycle? A great strategy is to reduce your exposure to content that triggers comparison. Unfollow accounts that make you feel inadequate. Follow pages that inspire, not those that create anxiety. Shift your attention to your own personal growth, and most importantly, remember this: no one is paying as much attention to you as you are. True freedom comes when the only approval that matters is your own. And to approve of yourself more often and more fairly, another essential principle must be internalized. Progress is better than perfection. 4. Just do it. Many women waste time waiting for the perfect moment to take action, postponing their dreams, their goals, their plans. The truth? Perfection doesn't exist, not in timing, not in action. Waiting for it is one of the biggest life wasters. Stoic philosophy teaches that progress, no matter how small, is always better than inaction. And honestly, Majesty, isn't that obvious? The mistake is not in failing, the mistake is in never trying. Those who chase perfection become paralyzed. Those who accept progress move forward, even if slowly. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Don't waste time arguing about what a good person should be. Be one." In other words, there's no need to wait until you feel ready to start something new. And there's no reason to spend your entire life stuck in theory without taking action. Want to change careers? Start learning a new skill. Want to improve your health? Go for a short walk today. Don't wait for the perfect Monday. Small, consistent actions lead to massive transformations. And Majesty, this concept is liberating, probably more than you even realize. When you focus on growth, every failure becomes a lesson. Every failed attempt is a step closer to success. And when you truly accept this, life becomes lighter, easier, and more fulfilling. Suddenly, the burden of self-judgment disappears. And in its place, you find the joy of learning, evolving, and discovering yourself every day. Perfectionism is just fear in disguise, a sophisticated form of self-sabotage. Let it go, because true strength lies in taking action, adjusting the course as needed along the way. 5. Identify and eliminate distractions. We live in an era of constant overstimulation. Notifications, social media, external pressures, everything competes for our attention. The problem? A scattered mind loses clarity, and without clarity, there is no progress. Stoic philosophy teaches that focus is a choice, and it's up to each of us to decide where we invest our energy. If everything around us demands our attention, but adds nothing to our growth, then we are being robbed. And worse, we're allowing it to happen. Epictetus once said, Be careful that distractions do not steer you away from your purpose. Think about it. Every time you interrupt a task to check your phone, it takes minutes to regain concentration. Now imagine this happening dozens of times a day. How much time is being wasted? The real challenge isn't finding more hours in the day. It's protecting the ones we already have. Have you ever thought about it this way, Majesty? Creating boundaries against distractions brings you closer to your goals and a life with real meaning. So here's a simple strategy to overcome distractions. Set specific times to check messages and social media. Use a timer to work in focused blocks. Eliminate excessive, pointless commitments that drain your energy. Small changes create huge impacts. When we learn to reject what doesn't serve us, we make space for what truly matters, including strengthening our self-awareness, which is essential to stop wasting life. 6. Focus on yourself. Very few women truly know themselves. They spend their lives following external expectations, trying to fit into roles they never even chose. But Stoic philosophy teaches that the foundation of a fulfilling life doesn't come from what the world expects. It comes from what you discover within yourself. If you don't know who you are, you'll live at the mercy of other people's opinions. And let's be honest, how can you make the most of your time if you don't even know who you are or where you're going? Those who have clarity about themselves build their journey with confidence and purpose. To strengthen your self-awareness, start by asking yourself, what do I really want? What truly makes sense to me beyond external expectations? Practicing silence, journaling about your feelings, and reducing unnecessary stimuli are powerful ways to reconnect with your essence. Self-awareness is not a destination. It's a process. It requires patience, adjustments, and, most importantly, the courage to face your own truths and be authentic. A woman who is aligned with her truth doesn't need external validation. She makes decisions with confidence and doesn't get swayed by distractions or comparisons. And it's exactly this inner strength that allows her to live with more presence, more purpose, and less wasted time. Majesty, how many days of your life have already been wasted when they could have been used to create meaning and purpose? Wake up, because time won't wait for you. Now tell me, Majesty, will you keep watching life pass you by, or will you take control? What small action can you take today to start honoring your own journey? If this message resonated with you, share your thoughts in the comments. Which of these Stoic lessons impacted you the most? And if you want to continue this journey of growth, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and check out the recommended video at the end of this one. Majesty, you deserve to live with purpose, and this is just the beginning. See you in the next video.